What is going on, members of the Shy Guy Squad? My name is Dan, otherwise known as Danekii, and welcome back to another Pokemon Sun and Moon Citra quality Wi-Fi battle here against Micah, otherwise known as, well, Micah. I actually don't have the other alt, but you know there's a link in the description so you can check out this wonderful person, a follower of mine that I've gained through, as of late by being with Christine and stuff like that, so that's kind of dope. And we have our team that we've been using now, consisting of Hamon, Schlong, Bryonac, Dragon of the Ice Barrier, Hugs, Ruby Carbuncle, and Alexis Rhodes, and the Yu-Gi-Oh references are on point, while my opponent, on the other hand, has brought herself today Swampert, Decidueye, Delmise, Gengar, Lucario, and Sylveon. So pretty interesting team comp right there. There are a lot of mons that, you know, a lot of ghost types, so I guess we'll just have to see how this game goes. But without further ado, let's just get into the game, shall we? So, Micah is here, issuing a challenge. Micah? Not sure. But she's going to lead off with the Swampert, which is looking nice and clean, as I'm going to lead off with Hamon, Lord of Strikening Thunder, the Sacred Beast. As I'm just going to U-turn out of here because I want to get some damage off on it, but I don't want to, like, you know, I don't want to, like, just hard swap. I want to rather get that U-turn chip. It's better to just get off some chip if you can and you know it's safe. As I'm going to swap into Beware because there's no safer switch than Beware, as my opponent is going to opt to go for a Ice Punch, and I drink that like it's nothing. So I'm going to set up a Swords Dance right here with my boy Beware. My boy Hugs is ready to put the hammer down, as Reinhardt would say, as my opponent chooses to go for Hammer Arm actually, which is kind of funny, but my boy Beware here, he is ready to go to town, my boy. As now my opponent is going to switch into Lucario, but you know what they say, ladies and gentlemen, resist does not mean live by any means necessary, and that Lucario just got plowed. That thing got fisted is what they say. As this thing is going to go for close combat on my Beware, but Fluffy, I don't give a damn, son. Beware just drank that close combat. That's from a Lucario too. That's impressive. My boy Beware is about to go in here. So Lucario drops. That's a nice pickup there from my boy Beware. And my opponent here is going to choose to send Ezio. Very nice nickname for Decidueye. May or may not have been mine at some point. But I'm going to withdraw Huggles here because I feel like I can use him more in the late game. So I'm going to swap into my Serena right here because it is probably one of the best mons I can do to switch in to deal with this thing. As you see, that Leaf Blade does some clean damage, which I'm not a fan of. But I right here am going to set up the Reflect because I know this is a physical Decidueye, and I have totally may or may not have used this thing in the past and somebody won it through a giveaway or something like that. But yeah, so he's going to go for a Brave Bardo. And it's not going to do too much thanks to the fact that I set up a Reflect in this match. That's kind of nice on our end, and I'm really happy about that. But I'm now going to go for the Trop Kick just to try to reduce his attack even more, because he could have always gone for like I could have always gone for Light Screen to protect myself from the stuff like Gengar and stuff, but I feel like I'm more afraid of her physical threats more than the special ones, as she is going to drop the Grass C move, that Grass K. So Ezio is going to surround itself with that C power, unleashing its full force Z move, Bloom Doom coming from Leaf Blade, going off here onto my Serena when I am behind a Reflect and she is at -1. So I feel like I have the possibility to take this very well, as I do indeed. And I can just retaliate with a very simple Drop Kick on the next following turn. So I'm just going to keep dropping that attack, as my Reflect now has been up for 3 turns out of the 8 that it is supposed to stand up, because I am like Clay Serena, meaning that I will have extended screen turns, like 8 turns instead of 5. So I can very well utilize those turns. And now my Serena is almost dropped, is almost gone. and I feel like my choice here was that I decided to sack her off to go for another drop kick. Yes, indeed, that is what I did. As I'm going to click another drop kick here on this Decidueye. It is now -3. I have a Reflect up. You already know who's going to come in again after this. Serena just drops as my opponent chooses to go for Leaf Blade here. Very understandable play. I don't think there's any circumstance where my Serena did not take 6 points of damage from it. I mean, unless it got like really lucky, -5, and I was like physically offensive. I have no idea. But Huggles is back here, ladies and gentlemen. Huggles is back in the building, and you know, he's -3. I have a Reflect up, so essentially it's a 5 defense differential. And you see that? He did 18 points of damage. Y'all boy is here. Beware the legend. He's the man, the myth, the bear, the legend. As an Ice Punch is gonna smack this Decidueye across the face and send it to the Shadow Realm. Be gone with you, Mind Crush. But now my opponent's just gonna choose to send in Swampert here, as I just decide to pop that C move. I'm gonna drop that all out pummeling coming off a superpower. My last move on this Beware, I got Return, Ice Punch, and superpower. We drop in that all out pummeling, sending off this Swampert into the wall. All those fisting legs just killing this thing, and then hiya, boom, and Swampert is out of here. I don't know why I did that sound effect. I apologize. But moving on, he's going to send out Gengar, and I think this is the last turn of my Reflect. But look at that nice and shiny Gengar. Nice and shiny Gengar. You can see the shade, kind of. If he would have missed Focus Blast, that would have been absolutely hilarious. But my Beware is going to drop eventually after opposing such a huge threat to my opponent's team. But I'm now going to send out my boy Schlong the Volcanion, probably my best bet against my opponent. And I can click my choice Scarf Fire Blast, so bam. And since Volcanion is strong as hell, you can see that it did a good chunk of damage to my opponent here. But he's gonna go for a Focus Blast, and that is going to do about half to me, a little bit above half, about 80 points of damage or so. So pretty scary, but I can go for another Fire Blast as that activates Gengar's cursed body. And since I am Choice Scarf, that means I am forced to swap out. Very unfortunate, but of course, I mean, I've been a bit lucky this game, or set up situations that have made me lucky, so I guess it's in favor, I suppose. But I'm going to swap out here because I don't want to stay in and click Struggle, so I'm going to go into Ruby Carbuncle, which is the Crystal Beast, and I'm going to swap into my Mesprit, that's what this thing is called, which has Psyshock, U-Turn, Knockoff, and stuff. I'm just going to knock off right here to get rid of Sylveon's. And know this causes some lag, or hopefully it shouldn't be too get rid of this and then fix it later. But yeah, so Shadow Ball is going off from the Sylveon, which shouldn't do much to my thing at all. My Ruby Carbuncle isn't doing anything here, or isn't taking any damage is what I should say. I'm completely stumbling on my words here, but I'm gonna go for a Psyshock onto the Sylveon, and that is going to do some okay damage as my opponent chooses to click Wish again. So you know, Sylveon doing its Sylveon thing. Not too pleased about that, as I'm gonna set up Stealth Rocks here. I don't remember why I did that. I mean, I've set up Stealth Rocks so many times where I've questioned myself, and you know, why not? If you can get rocks up, why not? Excuse me. So my opponent is going to go for the Shadow Ball and then get that Wish recovery back. Very unfortunate for me, but I'm going to click Psyshock here again. My plan is just to sack off Carbuncle anyways. I think I decided to go for Stealth Rocks because it didn't really matter at the end of the day. After this, after the Wish recovery, he would have gotten all his health back anyways. So he's going to knock me out with the Shadow Ball, as I'm going to send out Hamon, the Lord of Strike-Hitting Thunder. He's back on the field. That Sacred Beast is ready to drop the beat, or in this case, the Sludge Wave. And that does some, spicy damage. That's a physically defensive Sylveon if I've ever seen one. But my opponent is going to go for the Wish here, and no, that is not going to save you, my friend. I am sorry. You are faced in front of Hamon, the Lord of Striking Thunder, as I now attack you with my, I don't even know what his attack is called, but you know the ability of Hamon, Lord of Striking Thunder. When he knocks out a monster, the owner will take 1,000 additional life points taken. So take that, Micah. So in comes Chaos the Delmize, another great nickname. I mean, Kunai is better because Kunai with chains.
I'm afraid not.
What do you mean? Kunai with chain? What is this?
But yeah, you know, I'm gonna go for a Sludge Wave right here. Gonna go for another attack with my Hamon, as that's gonna do a decent chunk. I feel like that could be Assault Vested, because Delmise is rather fat. He's gonna click Shadow Claw. Whoa. He's gonna click Shadow Claw and just knock out my Hamon right there. So I'm gonna have to go back to old reliable Schlong and click Fire Blast in order to pick up this W. So very good game on my opponent's part. I feel like I played okay. I feel like I played decently. My opponent definitely played really well as well. A couple misplays here and there, but that is how the game goes. But I would like to say, if you guys enjoyed this battle, be sure to leave a like, as your support is greatly appreciated. Comment down below, tell me what you thought of the battle, what you think of the team. There are definitely flaws in it, and I will be, I'll practice my team building for future teams that we will be doing and stuff like that. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. All you guys, all new members of the Shy Guy Squad are greatly appreciated. Be sure to check out the people in the description. We've got Micah's link to the Twitter. You have the link to Jack's channel, just WiFi, for helping me set up the Citra, and you also have the link to SgtOfDoakes' channel and Twitter for providing me with the new clean GFX that we've gotten here today. But with that being said, thank y'all for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you guys next time.